Them niggas was all about setting up government programs. They was about pushing the program of the so-called white man. So they was praising that nigga, the pastor, the state senator. They were praising him, talking about all the good works that he did for the community and the church and the this. They was praising that he wasn't performing, he wasn't teaching the truth. So that was the judgment of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man.
I got a scripture. Dude, the dude was a weirdo, man, a stranger, man. You know, this is what it said, Deuteronomy 32:7. Were it not that I feared the wrath of the enemy. He was the enemy, right? Lest their adversaries should behave themselves strangely, right? The dude came in there, he was the enemy, and he was acting strange. You mean to tell me y'all never read this scripture? Unless they should say, our hand is high. And his hand was high, because before he shot off, his hand went up like that, right? And the Lord have not done all this. Yeah, because Satan put the spirit on him and make him do that, man.
I got a little more if you've done. Okay. Jeremiah, back in Jeremiah 14:13. It says, then said I, Lord, power, behold, the prophets say unto them, behold, the prophets say unto them, you shall not see the sword. It says, and by the famine, I'm sorry, yeah, I jumped it. It says, you shall not see the sword, neither shall you have famine, but I will give you assured peace in this place. And they saw the sword. And when that honky went to pulling out that gun, you know, he got them goddamn woman pastors, man, that always teaching in the church. The Most High is getting tired of that shit too. You know, that's why they got smoked. A few of them got smoked. You know, and you know they were calling on Jesus and on the Christ. And why? How come the Lord didn't deliver them? Because that's not the Lord's name. Those are not his names. So they didn't escape the sword. And you know they believe in their so-called heart of hearts that they since they supposedly so-called serving the Lord, that they were going to be at peace, you know, because that's what they teach you. You know, you come serve the Lord, you come to Jesus, you come to Christ, you come to God, you know, and you'll be taken care of. You'll be all right, you know. So then that honky came up in there with the devil in his eye, and he started taking out them jakes. You know, and like Elder Apostle Charles said, man, you got to be you got to be a slave. You got to be a shuffling slave to be sitting there talking about that you forgive the enemy. Yeah. You know, but here it is, you won't forgive each other, but you'll forgive the goddamn devil. You know, and if that shit don't piss you off, then I don't know what to piss you off, man. You're quick to kill each other. You know, you won't speak to your mother or your father or your siblings, you know, for years for some bullshit. But then here come the crack and blow away your loved ones, and you forgive him. That's fucking amazing, man.
Yep, Jesus whipped the cross.
Excuse the French.
That's okay. Even K Solo said that in that song. He had a chain in his hand and the devil in his eye. Yeah, and those are white boys. Two white boys tried to jump on him. He whooped their ass.
That was a true story too.
So, you know, you niggas, man, you got when you see a white man, you got to always have it in your mind that that's the enemy. You got the spirit of the devil on him.
Well, when you see a Jake, too. You got to know the spirit of the enemy, man.
Gun.
Right, them guys in the black conscious community, they're enemies, man. Yeah. And then Tazariak, he going to find out, man. Yeah. Them guys are the enemy, man. Them black Babylonians are enemies, man. Yeah. They know not to come around us and be friends. We cut off all ties with them niggas, man. Yeah. We have nothing to do with them. We will never do a debate with them. I ain't going to give you the time of day. You are the enemy, man. Okay? Avoid them at all costs, man, whether they're white or black, man. You got to know the spirit of the enemy, all right? I got a scripture right quick, Ecclesiasticus 12, 10 and 11. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. 11, though he humble himself. Then that little white boy came in there humble. He had no beard on his face. You know, he had the little haircut. You know, the little Beatles haircut, the young baby Jesus haircut. Though he humbled himself, and he did. Can I come in and listen to your services? Yes, my son, sit down. Some nigga probably pat him on the back, sat him down, and he was humble for an hour, right? Though he humble himself and go crouching, and that's what that little devil did, baby Jesus, yet sweet Jesus. See, they were deceived by the baby Jesus juice.
Yeah, that's right.
Yet take good heed and beware of him. See, you niggas didn't beware. He came in there, he crept, he humbled himself, you sat his ass down. Had you known the scriptures, you would have known that he was an Edomite, man. And don't tell me that you haven't gone on YouTube and you haven't ran into one of the great Millstone videos, man. And you probably talk shit about us, man. Hey, man, that's why I call you Negroes that are not Israelites. I call you heathens. I see why the scriptures use the word heathens and Gentiles, man. All right? Hey, like this guy, Bubble Eye, the guy, Ricard is his real name, from the GOCC. He did a video and something with Gentiles in it. And he was going in the scriptures and he was saying, well, these are talking about the Gentiles, so we got to deal with the Gentiles in a certain way. Those scriptures that you were pulling, fool, were talking about Israelites, man. You guys don't even know who the Gentiles, when the scriptures speak about the word Gentile or heathen, sometimes it's talking about actual Gentiles and actual heathens. Sometimes it's talking about Israelites. Right, depending on the context of the scripture. That's why you got some guys talking about Cornelius as an Edomite. Them same guys that say Cornelius is an Edomite, when they come across some Gentile scriptures and them heathen scriptures, they're not going to know whether to differentiate between whether that's an actual Gentile, an Edomite, or a Hamite, or an Israelite that's been lost. Like I said, we the guys with the truth. All right? It says, okay, where am I? The 11th verse, right? It says, though he humble himself, that's what he did, and go crouching, that's what he did. He humbled himself and crouched for a whole hour. Yet take good heed, and that's what you niggas failed to do. And beware of him. See, if you knew the scripture, you would have known that was the devil sitting there for an hour. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass. Your eyes was, give me Corinthians, brother, 1 Corinthians 13. See, your eyes wasn't open. And thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. It says 12, set him not by thee. Well, you did. You had him. It said set him not. Down south they call set right here. You just set there. I said, son, just set right there. You know, set means sit. All right, set him not by thee, and he was in range. You remember I spoke about range, right? Yeah. All right, range applies in boxing too. Yeah. He was in range. Okay, it says set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, and that's what he did. He overthrew 9 of you niggas, and the woman was in there, but the women, all them nigga women, they went to college to become